It's Felice, totally awake, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, then welcome. Hello to all my new subscribers. And you know, I'm excited, y'all, because I finally got a mount for my car. You know what I'm saying? I had been got one, but it wasn't working right. But I got this one, and I think this one is right. This one is right. And it's crazy because this one was actually cheaper than the last one I got that didn't work. I can just, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be able to just talk to y'all and not have to hold my phone and all that foolishness. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about why I became an apostate. Now, first of all, okay, I became an apostate because I found out that the rumors were true, okay? The so-called apostate lies and all of that. I found out that that stuff was true. And I found, you know, Watchtower to be a cult. So, yeah, I'm going to want to speak against that. I'm going to want to bring out these false lies and all of that. Wow. So, wow. That was a close one. Like, they really just tried to hit me. Like, my heart is beating so fast, y'all. And it's crazy because my husband just told me, you know what I'm saying? I just had a couple of drinks. He told me not to make no video right now. So, Lord have mercy. But I'm alright, y'all. I'm alright. But I ain't, you know, whatever. I'm cutting this out. Don't even worry about it. Anyway, number 2, I finally believed in something that I could defend. And number 3, it was the moral thing to do, you know. I finally found out that what I had been learning and what I had been taught all my life was a lie. You know, I started finding out about a lot of failed and false prophecies. It was just very disheartening. Just like, you know, David Swain talked about the apostates and how it was nothing new. The apostates bashing the Jehovah Witnesses or spreading lies and rumors about the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Now, this matter of Jehovah's people being the subject of malicious reports isn't new.
Well, it's nothing new. The leaders of the Jehovah's Witnesses bashing the apostates and misrepresenting the apostates and telling everybody that we're Satan's helper and Satan is our father and all other kind of BS that they said over the years. You know, I remember them talking about apostates when I was a kid, and I was curious. I would ask my mom, what's apostates? At the convention, when you hear them saying apostates are sneaky.
They had slipped in. They were sneaky.
And that echoing sound that it would be at the Coliseum where we would have the conventions at. And I would ask her, you know, Mama, what's apostates? And she would tell me apostate. An apostate is someone who know that this is the truth and know that this is Jehovah's organization. And they have totally went against that. I'm thinking, man, how can somebody go against Jehovah and this organization? You know, like, this is the truth. How could you not even believe that this is the truth once you know that this is the truth? And that always, it was mind-boggling for me. Like, how? Because, you know, once you know this is the truth, you know, the Jehovah's Witnesses, when you believe in that, you really think that it is the truth, that it's from the Bible. And, you know, you, like I said before in one of my videos, you think you got the golden ticket. You know, you one of the, you know, fortunate ones on earth, not lucky because they don't say lucky, but you're one of the fortunate ones on earth to know the one and only true God and Jehovah and to be a part of his one and only true religion. That's going to be the way to salvation. And I might play a clip right here from Apostate Chick channel where she has a clip of a 2013 convention where they're talking about apostates.
Like Satan, human apostates are unruly men who cook up wicked reasonings and season their brew with poisonous lies that deceive minds. They pushed away from the table of Jehovah. Their preference is to partake of falsehood at the table of demons. Going out and making their own disciples, many apostates seek to draw away Christ's disciples after themselves. To accomplish their goal of drawing away disciples after themselves and dividing the congregation, apostates may use smooth talk on the internet, on television, or in letters to loyal witnesses. Apostates are mentally diseased, and they try to infect others with their disloyal teaching.
They have always had this tone about apostates and always lied on apostates and said that we were liars, we were working with Satan, Satan's helper, stirring Satan's brew, and all this other kind of stupid stuff that they be saying to get people not to listen to apostates. So once I learned that, man, the apostates is telling the truth, that's I definitely became an apostate myself once I realized that they were on the right side. It's amazing the stuff that those leaders can say, and they know that they are the ones that's lying and misleading people. Like, really sitting up there saying the apostates are misleading people when they know that what the apostates are saying are true. Wow. Anyway, number 2, I finally was a part of something that I could defend. So, being a part of the Jehovah's Witnesses, it's really hard defending the beliefs, even as a little kid. Something as simple as, well, not as simple, but you know what I mean. Trying to defend the holidays, why we don't celebrate the different holidays. It's hard to explain, right? Well, what can we say as a kid? Oh, Jehovah doesn't like that. It's pagan. It's based on a lie. And now when you get older, they got questions. We just tell them to go to jw.org, right? We can't defend this religion. And I even remember one of our main teachings, the fact that God's name is Jehovah. I couldn't even defend that. I remember being in 7th grade and getting in an argument with, one of my best friends. She was Seventh-day Adventist. I was Jehovah's Witness. The Seventh-day Adventists, they think they know the Bible, and Jehovah's Witnesses, they think they know the Bible. And, she's trying to tell me that, what she thinks about the Bible, and I'm trying to share her my views and letting her know that the importance and significance of using God's name. And she's basically like, no, I don't have to use God's name. I'm like, but it's in the Bible. And she's like, it's not in the Bible. And I'll play her a little clip right here because we actually just came from lunch and we were talking about this. So
I got my ass whooped that day.
Wait a minute.
No.
You say you got your ass whipped that day, huh?
They caught my Jesus.
They caught you off guard though. You was caught off guard. That was
No. It was right after class.
Right. But that was our friend, so you didn't know she was about to come fight you.
Sierra was never my friend. Tara was you. I knew Tara was you. Because y'all was in church together. Y'all was Jehovah's Witness. It was me and Sleepy trying to tell y'all about Jesus. You remember when me and Sleepy, we had a Bible, it was a whole debate. Then we was talking about Genesis, Adam and Eve, something, I don't know, and you was just so strong on the belief. You was so...
Right, and I was telling you how God's name was Jehovah.
Yeah, and I was like, no. And then you was crying and everything. You cried when you was crying.
Well, the reason why I was crying, do you remember what happened?
I don't remember.
Somebody had a Bible. So I tried to prove to you that God's name was Jehovah. He was like, God. I said, it's in the Bible. I was like, we got to use God's name. That, it's important to use God's name. They're like, we don't got to use Jehovah. I'm like, but it's in the Bible. You're like, you talking about it ain't in the Bible. I'm like, okay.
Somebody put
out a Bible. One of those little old Bibles that used to get on the school. So...
And what we found?
I went to Psalms 83:18 because I knew that even though I was taught that they hadn't washed the Bible out of God's name, that it was at least in 2 scriptures, and one of them was Psalms 83:18. So I went to Psalms 83:18, and Jehovah's name was not there. And so it was so embarrassing. I couldn't even defend one of our main beliefs, that God's name was Jehovah.
And mind you, we was best friends then, and we just could not come. Like, my religion was really strong, and her religion was really strong. Tell them we couldn't even hang out.
Adventist, right?
She couldn't come to my birthday. She didn't come to Christmas. I couldn't give her no gifts. I couldn't do anything. Like, that's a child. This is a child.
We made up for it though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. But,
We had a good old time.
But
and we got drunk.
yeah, you was crying and
I was so sad. And so
You
the
went
next
inside.
class I had with the girl Tierra, which was also the Jehovah's Witness.
I thought it happened right after the class, or was that our
Right.
next class?
After the next class, because I think it was in science when that happened.
Mrs. Smothers.
Right. So after that, I went to Miss
Why was Mrs.
Oliver.
Smothers not watching us?
You have to separate us.
Yes, you did.
Well, yeah. But so I went to my next class and I told Tierra what had happened. So she got mad because she was a Jehovah's Witness too. And she just went when the bell rung because that was like a double class we had, and I did not know what she was finna do. That girl was crazy.
And why I was attacked, I don't know. I don't know why I was attacked. Because it was a group of people. But she already did. And that was a whole other story. We didn't care for each other. But, yeah, she confronted me in the hallway, going to class, and was like, I don't remember what she said. She
might as well have just said, you made Felice cry.
Yeah, you made Felice cry. You always think you know what you're talking about. Or something like that. It said something. She said something. And it was too much. So she walked away. She said what she had to say and she walked away. And I remember Joanna stopped me and was like, Rachel, let's go to class. We had art class. She's like, let's go. I was like, nah. Nah. You remember Jareed? He was like, you gonna let her talk to you like that?
Boosting
I was
up.
like, nope, you right, you know. And I followed her down the hallway and I argued with the girl. That girl be mad. But
She's talking
the
about
whole
everything.
thing that she's trying to explain to y'all is that you could be brainwashed at any age. Like we are in middle school,
Right.
and we're arguing about whether Jehovah is real,
Right,
whether
but
we
then I
should
came
believe in
back
God.
and learned that that's not God's name.
Mm-mm.
You
And
don't
to
have to
believe-
use it.
and
God
I
has
learned
many
some things,
names.
too. That's why I've learned some things too.
So-
about my religion because I was Seventh-day Adventist and I was
Right.
really, really strong
Right.
about
do nothing.
my religion.
Fridays after sundown.
That's
Couldn't
right.
do nothing.
I don't do
So-
now. I still do believe in a higher being. I do believe there is Jesus, a God, whoever it is, whoever you feel like you're closest to. That's on you. But I putting a religion on someone like you don't know what that do to people. Forcing that on somebody. Let them find if it's true. You gonna find it.
Right. Absolutely. Then Tierra thought she was so big and bad. I had to wind up fighting her. Right.
The next month.
She thought she could beat everybody. Look,
Oh, I ain't gonna fight Rachel. Yep.
girl was crazy.
She where is she?
Who knows?
That's great. That's fine her. I don't know what she doing with her life.
All right.
Always picking on people, messing with people,
Trying to beat somebody up.
trying to fight somebody.
Right. Crazy. So, yeah, it just caused all of that commotion in the classroom and fights and everything else. You know, she wound up fighting the girl that was my friend, and then I wound up fighting my friend because then she had thought she was just Billy Bad A and she could beat everybody, and it's just like, okay, girl, you know what I'm saying? Now, okay, let's go. Which that was crazy too. That's a whole nother story. You know, when me and her fought, it's just really sickening that you can't even defend your core beliefs. And then, like I said, you know, you realize that that's not God's name. And you don't have to use that. And it's actually more intimate, you know, to call God Father, Lord, you know, like, you know, I don't have to use Jehovah because, again, God has many names. And then number 3, it's just the moral thing to do. You know, once you know about all of the abuse and scandals and court payouts and all of the lies and cover-ups and, you know, even just the way that they talk about apostates, the people that are exposing this cult-ass religion, the way they try to bash apostates, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous. And it's just like, I feel like I had no choice but to become an activist, but to let my voice be heard in any way that I could. and I'm doing that through YouTube. You know, I felt it was the only thing I could do, because, you know, they teach us growing up to stand up for what's right and stand up for what you believe in, and be the oddball. It's all right being the oddball, and you know, so hey, that's what I'm doing right here, right now. I'm standing up for what I believe in, and I can actually defend what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? I can actually, you know, show you proof of what I'm talking about when I'm telling you that the Watchtower has been lying for decades to everybody. You know what I'm saying? When I'm telling you that they're covering up child abuse and hiding pedophiles because of their 2-witness rule. You know, I can show you where to go, you know, in their own publications to see where they allow their minor children to die behind their blood doctrine.
You get the idea that we let our children die and don't accept medical treatment.
Well, the May 22nd, 1994 awake, in their own publications, there you have it. You know, so those are the reasons why I became an apostate. I found out that the rumors were true. I finally believed in something that I could defend, because I damn sure can't defend being a Jehovah Witness. And it's the only moral thing to do. Once you know about all the lies and the abuse and the scandals and the cover-ups and the false predictions, you are just as guilty when you stay in this mess. You are just as guilty. When you hear about it and you allow your ears to be closed and you want to brush it off and, you know, listen to them saying that it's apostate lies without actually trying to do the research to find out what is actually a lie and what is actually the truth.
When you hear something, check it out. Don't just circulate it. Don't just believe it. Check it out.
You know, when you do that, you are being just as guilty as they are. So it is the only moral thing to do. Okay? So that's about all I have to say for today, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. Why did you become an apostate or a heretic, like some people like to call themselves? I don't mind being called an apostate, you know. I want to be easily identified. Whatever you want to call me, just don't call me no Jehovah Witness. Okay? Not whatever you want to call me, but y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So, again, like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll be back with another video.